Hey everybody, so as you can see from the title down below, I'm going to be doing a little bit of a real talk, get ready with me. I kind of figured that the only way for me to actually do makeup videos is actually to talk and while doing them. So I kind of figured that, okay, that's the way I'm gonna do it. Okay, sorry, my bad. That's the way I'm going to do it. And as you know, the setup is always this for when I'm doing my makeup videos. But as you can see, it is a little bit different. We're going to talk about how to get over a breakup with a brand focus on Bobbi Brown. So what I am going to do from here on out is I'm going to brand focus my get ready with me's. So I will sometimes do a brand focus on Bobbi Brown, MAC, NYX, what have you. If I'm not doing that, I will then probably do like a first impressions, get ready with me while talking about something. I think for me, it is the best way in order to just get through a makeup video because it is, it's hard for me to just film a makeup tutorial not saying anything. I kind of feel like there must be relevance to what I'm doing, especially when I'm doing videos. And I kind of thought, let's start with a brand focus on Bobbi Brown, and let's talk about how to get over a breakup. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to use, as you can see, I've already done my brows, and I don't do my brows with Bobbi Brown. I do my brows with Benefit. So I just used the Precisely My Brow pencil. That's it. And for my primer, I'm going to be using the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base Primer, which is great. This is a new pot. I normally use this in the winter time. It's really, really good. Let's pretty much get into it. The reason why I'm talking about how to get over a breakup is because we all go through them. It's a tough journey, you know. Breakups are never easy. Breakups are full of hardship and stress for some people because you think about, oh my God, I've broken up with somebody. What now, right? Breakups are really, really hard. Everybody goes through breakups, and at some point in your life you go through breakups, and it's hard. It's not the easiest thing to go through, and it's often really, really tough. I'm using a very dark color on my eye. Maybe you guys can see that already. I don't know, but there's a plan to this, okay? There's a plan. For me, I went through a really, really tough breakup last year, and I literally shut down. After we broke up, I shut down. My sister, as you know, my sister and I live together. So my sister is the one who kind of saw it firsthand, where she could tell that, oh my gosh, my Katleho was going through a mental breakdown. Okay, she was going through a mental breakdown. I mean, after being with somebody for 3 years, it was really, really tough for me to handle the fact that, oh my gosh, you know, it was a whole plethora of things, thinking about having to start again and introduce yourself to someone again, and how am I going to do it? And you go through the biggest slump, right? So for me, I wanted to do this video as to just, you know, give little tips as to how you can get over a breakup. It's not the easiest thing, but it's something that we kind of all have to go through. For me, the first thing I'm going to mention, I think 4 or 5 pointers. The first one is to essentially just accept the fact that you have literally just gone through a breakup. It's so hard, and often you're in your feels about it, you're upset, you're going through the most. You're well within your right to understand and accept, and we can't even judge you for it. You have just been through a really, really difficult experience, and for that, you're well within your right to get upset, okay? You're well within your right to be angry about it, to be just really, really upset, to be sad, to want to close the curtains and shut down and not think about anything and anyone. You are well within your right to be that way. Definitely accept that this is where you are in your life right now. This is what has just happened. It is a big deal. It is something that can cause you to stop and actually be in the moment for a while, and people just have to understand it's okay. Like, it's okay. I think the one thing is that people expect us to just get up and move on very quickly, and it's very difficult to move on from a relationship with somebody that you've been with for years. It is a breakup. At the end of the day, the goal is to look forward, to move forward. And it is very, very important to acknowledge that. As much as you may not be ready to, it is very, very important to acknowledge that, right? So The second thing that I would definitely do is create an out of sight, out of mind kind of setup, okay? And this is gonna involve doing something that a lot of us do not like to do. Basically, out of sight, out of mind might have to include blocking and deleting. It's honestly true. Like, you need to think about, firstly, you need to think about the negative things about, it's sad, but it's a true thing. Like, the negative things about your partner that caused you to break up with them or caused the breakup. You have to think about those things, because that is what, you can't think of all the good things and what have you. You're just going to wallow in the depression for a lot longer. You have to think about the hard things, which are often the negative things. And when you think about the negative things, you might have to reach a point where you have to block them. You have to delete them. I am on two sides of, two schools of thought when it comes to this. I personally believe that you have to do what you have to do. If you feel like you just cannot be on board with the fact of, looking at his Instagram page or looking at whatever it is that belongs to him, you just can't get on board with that, then don't. You don't have to. You need to do what's best for you, and if that involves blocking and deleting, then that's exactly what you have to do. Like, I also went through that whole process of wanting to, see what's on his Instagram, who is he talking to, this and that and the other. And after a while, I kind of thought, but how is this helping me, right? How is this helping me get over this person? Just for the time being. And when you have gotten to a place where you have moved on and you're fine, then you can unblock, because you've moved on, you're fine now. But right now, you're still at a very delicate stage. And when you're at the delicate stage, you're going to want to just not see any of those kinds of things. So the next thing that I'm going to be using is this, and this is LA Girl. The reason why, this was darker. And the reason why is just I'm putting it around my mouth area because I have hyperpigmentation. So I'm trying to, fawn is literally almost the same shade as my skin tone. So I tried to cancel out all those dark marks by using fawn. Now, pointer number 3 is an obvious one that people seem to say a lot, get busy. They seem to say it a lot to somebody who's going through a breakup, and it's actually true. It might seem a little bit selfish at the time, like, how do you expect me to move on and get busy when, you're like, I've just gone through a breakup. Like, really, are you serious? But it's honestly very, very true. So for my foundation, I'm going to be using this foundation. This is the Bobbi Brown Intensive Skin Serum Foundation with an SPF of 40. I showed this foundation in I think it was an Insta Live of mine. I'm just gonna dot it over there. My foundation shade for Bobbi Brown is 6.5, which is Warm Almond. Get busy. Like, do the things that remind you of why you are you, right? Because let's be honest, when you are in a relationship, you tend to lose yourself and the things that you love to do. You tend to just not really lose yourself too much, but you tend to neglect the things that you used to love doing, because now you're doing things that the both of you love doing. Oh, I love this foundation. I forget how much I love this foundation. So that means if you want to take up cooking classes, if cooking classes was your thing, do that. Take that up again. Do that and be comfortable with doing that. If you're somebody who is into art, and you love art and you've always loved art, then do that as well. It's really, really good to try and get back into doing the things that used to make you happy. The things that, not only do they keep you busy, but these are things that you actually proper enjoy to do. I love this foundation. I really love this foundation. It's not the first time I'm using it. I just love to use it in the winter time because it is quite hydrating, which is nice, and it's very, very skin-like. As you can see, I'm a shiny, oily mess, but that's okay. So see friends, go. So for concealer, I'm using the new concealer, which is the Instant Full Cover Concealer, which I wanted to try. I've been wanting to try. And the shade that I got in this, oh Lord, I don't, I should have gone 2 shades lighter. Shucks. It does look, oh my gosh. This is actually, okay. It's very thick, meaning yes, in terms of coverage, yes, we're winning. But I'm not sure in terms of it not, when something is this thick, in terms of it not creasing and cracking, I worry about things like that. For powder, I don't know if you guys know this, but my sister knows this. I've used Bobbi Brown for years now. To set the concealer, this is the powder that I use, which is Soft Honey. It looks very light, but it is a translucent powder, so it's not a powder that's gonna make you look ghostly and ghastly, okay? So it's a very nice powder actually, to be honest. And of course I'm going to set all of this with the same powder, just lightly, with my Real Techniques. This is a new sponge and I'm so glad I got it because, this is a new brush and I'm so glad I got it because the other one was looking so janky, like so janky. It was looking like a mess. To go in with my bronzing contouring powder, and I use the Bobbi Brown bronzing powder in Deep. I've used it for, you see, pan. I've used it for years now. I don't know how many of these I've purchased. My sister seems to love them as well. So, and then the next point that I'm going to mention, yeah, happy with that. Ooh, I'm looking very toasty right now. I can tell you that right now. Looking so like bronzed out and all that jazz. The next point is, and I think a lot of you are gonna disagree with me on this one, but the next point is, don't shit talk your ex, okay? Don't. Even to your friends, even you can shit talk him to your besties, okay? Like, don't ill talk him or about him. Don't blast him on Twitter. Don't blast him on wherever. Just don't. It's not helping you and it's not going to help anyone else, to be honest. Just try to be mature about the whole situation. Try not to just put him on blast like that, because no one really wants to be put on blast, guys. Let's not lie. And as usual, for my highlights, I'm going to be using the Bobbi Brown, what's this? Shimmer Brick Compact in bronze. Can you pick out of that? On my nose. So do not shit, don't do it. It's childish, it's tacky, it's immature. Let me just hydrate my lips, and for that I use Bobbi Brown as well. And this is the lip balm, basically the lip balm. Just hydrate. So do not shit talk him. I know when we're sitting with friends, we're like, yeah, it's rubbish, yeah, it's okay when you're sitting with friends, but try not to shit talk him. As much as you would love to, try not to. So don't shit talk. Just wish the person the best in your heart. You don't have to tell him that you wish him the best. That's okay. It's not that deep, right? But just wish him the best in your heart. Wish him or her the best in your heart and keep it moving, because you do not want to be stuck in a situation where you said something bad about somebody and, just, it's tacky. It's tacky. And then the lipstick that I'm going to be using is the lip color in Slopes, which is a really, really nice winter color or autumn color. That's what it looks like. I normally do not apply this, so I keep looking at the viewfinder because the lighting today is a mess. I normally do not apply this lipstick with a lip liner because it's so creamy and so easy to apply. So I just go on with it like that. There you go. Let me go and put on my lashes and look appropriate, and I'll come back to you guys shortly. Okay, so I'm back, got my lashes on, and the last and remaining thing is this, which is the standard. So the last thing that I wanted to mention with regards to the breakup is to move forward and meet new people. That's the last point after the whole trash talking your ex. Move forward, meet new people, but always realize that there is a silver lining beyond the horizon, and you'll always meet new people. There's so many people out there in the world, and I know sometimes breakups can seem like it is the end all and be all of your life, especially if you have been with someone for such a long time. It is very hard to readjust and adapt to being with just yourself and being alone for the longest time. So I really do implore you, if you are going through a breakup, or if you know somebody who's going through a breakup, to watch this video. It's really, really important. I mean, apart from watching me put makeup on my face, I don't know how I feel about this color with this eye. I feel like it should be like a more nude kind of color, something a little bit dimmed down, but I like it, and it's very, very easy to switch lip as compared to switching the rest of your face. As you could tell, I use mostly Bobbi Brown products. Try to keep it that way. That was the brand focus, and yeah, and that was the real talk with how to get over a breakup. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.